Hello. Welcome to Reaper Errant on Reaper Miniatures. I'm just going to double check and make sure good. We're on the channel. Everything's going the way it should be so far. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. You've probably been following Reaper since yesterday for this Kickstarter, and
what?
I hope you're interested in seeing some D&D too. We have some of the last Kickstarter stuff in here. So
we have so many level reveals and new sculpts that you haven't even seen are going to be showcased tonight.
Every time I roll a 20, we'll reveal something. So.
I don't think that's tenable because all of a sudden you're going to start rolling 20s.
We will be waiting until Bone 6.5.
The best I could do is run and grab something out of a Bones 5 box and say, look, this was last time. Mostly. Actually, I do have one particular little guy that is Bones 6, but lots of people do. Okay, so let's see. We're going to play some D&D 5e. I'm going to say thank you as always. I'm going to say thank you to Reaper Miniatures. I'm going to say...
Michael's flying a Pathfinder dragon around. Pathfinder Chibi dragon, is that correct?
I can't confirm. Go ahead.
See, you do get all the weird leaks here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of strange leaks.
The leak itself isn't weird. The leaker might be a little strange.
That's true.
There's special panties for that.
You can. Also, thank you to Sirenscape for the background and ambient music that you will hear this evening. Let's see.
They're the best. They're the absolute best.
I mean,
a little heavy on the seagulls.
They
are
are
awesome.
Heavy on the seagulls. But when you want a lot of seagulls, you want a lot of seagulls.
Oh.
So, you know.
Yeah. If you're going to
better have too many than too few.
Yeah.
As far as seagulls go.
You can always scale it down a notch.
I mean, you want a whole flock, right?
Yep. You want that option. So I'm going to let the players all go around and introduce themselves and who they're playing, and then I will give a backstory on where we're going to pick up tonight. We'll start in the upper left here with Bobby.
Hello again, welcome and good evening. My name is Bobby Jackson. I play the mighty and indomitable Pugh, gnome bard, armed with my trusty war harp and positive mental attitude.
Nailed it. Gene.
And his toothpick shooter.
And my toothpick shooter.
Hey everybody, I'm Gene Van Horn. I'll be playing Gooseneck, the lizard folk barbarian, and I'm ready to whackety whack with my axe as always.
Wow.
You have catchphrases now.
I know, everybody's got them. Jason.
We need t-shirts.
Jason Wavy, I'm playing Corncob Thunderbludgeon, 1/8 ton of heavenly joy.
A new one.
Wow.
I like it.
Wow.
Heavenly joy.
And precise.
Oh.
Well, precise unless you're in
250 pounds of heaven and of light and joy. That's it. Yeah, 250 pounds.
That's the confirmation.
In a pair of otter pants.
Wow.
In a pair of otter pants.
I don't know how I follow that.
Yeah, well, how do you follow that, Mike?
Yeah, 250 pounds of joy and 5-pound pair of pants.
That's what she said. Kaya Michael, and I'll be playing Abran, the Wood Elf Ranger, the more mighty and totally abominable Wood Elf Ranger with a negative mental attitude. Let's roll initiative.
Balance. Very nice. Okay. Rhonda?
I'm Rhonda Bender. I'll be playing Fathom, the tiefling magic user who has a whimsical attitude. I don't know what kind of attitude she has. Who knows? It changes day by day.
Devilish.
No. Well, I mean, everybody can watch and give their own thoughts on that. It's morphable. Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Kay Nimblewheat, a human rogue, and I have one job on this ship.
You're going to have to say that again because someone was scooching
Tell Proctor
stuff
to shut up.
right over the top of what you were saying.
Are you done, Proctor?
I'm done.
I will be playing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long night.
It is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm Jen. I will be playing Kay Nimblewit, a human rogue. Quick, roll initiative before
And?
something gets scored.
Thank you.
And your one job on the ship is
And I have one
Your
job
one-
on
yeah.
the ship.
Which
common
is
sense.
Common sense.
Keep you fools from getting killed
Yeah.
in contract.
Will your magic spectacles reveal April Fool's Day jokes? Because I'm a little worried since we've had holiday themed things before.
Yes.
Oh, that's a very good question.
This was all just a joke.
I maybe.
Yeah, tell us you didn't prepare anything, Frank.
I didn't prepare anything for April Fool's Day.
Good.
I need to give just the right amount
April
so
Fools.
people are actually wondering which way that's going to go. So
Yeah, can we get insight rolls on that? 'Cause-
no,
Yeah.
you do not.
It's
get
April
insight
Fool's
roll.
Day every 2 weeks around here.
That's possibly true. And yeah. So I'm Frank. I'm the DM. I'm usually DMing on Nightheart Gaming. Let's see. Yeah, I think just to start where we left off, for those who have not read Kay's journal, which is something that Jen writes from Kay's perspective, and you can find by searching Kay's journal, and there's also a command in chat, though I forget it. I'm terrible at
And you should
multitasking
read
with
it.
commands. And you should read it. It is amazing. Sometimes I don't even need to check my own notes because I just read Kay's notes and go, yes, that's exactly what happened. But where we left off, for those who didn't read them, essentially after a lot of interrogation, I guess you might say, first some investigation of someone who, a deckhand who ran off while the ship was being careened and while the adventurers here, the adventuring party, was off somewhere else. So while that was happening, a deckhand went out, sort of shirked their responsibilities a little bit, and then when they came back, kind of read the riot act. That was a small little murmur on the boat that was overheard, and so it was investigated. Found out that they had happened to take some rubbings of an older elven stone, which was curious that they would try to do that. There was some investigation. If you want to know exactly what happened, you have to go back and watch the VOD for the details. But all in all, they've decided to watch this person closely and to buy the rubbing that they took off of them. And it happens to be on very nice official paper. Not paper so much, but parchment. And just as they were wrapping that up, there was some commotion from above, and someone shouted out that there were harpies coming. And because of that, we do indeed have to roll for initiative.
Oh, damn.
Roll for initiative.
And let's get
Woohoo.
our background pick up. Speaking of some sounds.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What's the uh-oh? Now I'm worried. Okay, let's find out, though. I'm going to take initiative from everybody. Pugh, what was your number?
Come back to me, please.
Oh, okay. No problem. Gooseneck.
20. Not natural.
It's okay. Corncob.
15.
Abran.
12.
Fathom.
20, also not natural.
Okay. And K.
Fireball.
Big old 5.
Big ol' 5. All right. Pugil, is it okay to come back to you now?
Yes, I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And since I rolled so low, I need to step away for just a moment. I hear grandbabies crying. One moment.
Uh-oh. Okay.
While he steps away, Frank,
Yes.
since we leveled up, I picked the slasher attribute for my thing.
Ooh.
So in combat, if I score a critical hit, deal slashing damage, and I grievously wound it until the next turn, and it has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Ooh. Okay.
And then once per turn, if I hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage, they reduce the speed of that target by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So I slow him down and I give him disadvantage if I can hit him.
Yeah. And is that on your primary? Is that on any weapon? Like your bite is included in that as well? Or
Just slashing. So my axe.
Just your axe. Okay.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Cool.
You might have to remind me a couple times as I get used to that.
Hey, I'll do my best to remember.
Yeah. If you got to remember. Okay. So awesome. Let's see. Oh yes. Let's get these harpies on the playing field so you can see them. They're
cool.
all flying in, and I think you might be. I mean, by the time you get up, it's it took a little bit to get to the ship. To get from below deck to on the deck, so they got a little bit closer. Doesn't mean that the crew is not taking action. It just means it's maybe not their skill. There's going to be a lot of table and green screen in the back of this because I want to give some reference for how far away they are from the ship. Make sure you guys can all see that. So let's do that. So there's the front of the ship, and ooh, that's only two of them. There's a third.
Oh.
Let's scroll. Let's just not scroll.
Damn, harpies.
The other one is hidden a little bit behind the mast there, or there. Yeah, see her? See her hidden back there?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that, and there's kind of the deck of the ship and where you all are as you come out. And the first person to be able to take action as you get up there is going to be Gooseneck.
Well, since I can't really reach them, they haven't landed yet, right? They're still up in the air.
Yeah, they're still in the air.
I'm gonna throw my shield up. I'm going to get ready to slash the first one that's coming in. I'm gonna hold my action on that with my axe. I'm gonna be ready to just start slashing as soon as the one gets within range of me. Hopefully, somebody can shoot him out of the sky onto the deck. That's my hope.
Awesome. I need to do just a quick passive perception question. Kay, do you have your goggles on by any chance, or were they off while you were discussing downstairs and such? I don't know what your usual.
I would probably have them on because while we were doing all of that investigation and questioning, I used them a number of times.
Okay. Then you begin to see, you don't have time to act, although you can always shout a couple of words before your turn if you want to. Just as you get up passively, you can actually see that you don't know exactly what the harpies are doing, but there's these little, almost, there are some areas, you can't count that quickly, maybe a handful of areas, anywhere between 2 and 5, that are sort of darkening on the ship, and it's clearly magically darkening, so it's not visible with the plain naked eye yet. but you can see magic beginning to pool in a couple of areas on the ship. I will mention that as you prepare, Gooseneck. And you're staying right where you are, Gooseneck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are the harpies in relation to me? Just so I know, because I can't see.
Right. You're about 20 foot from the front of the ship, not the tip of the, I forget what it's called, but not the hanging over part, but from the actual ship proper that you can sit on. You're about 20 feet from that, and that is about 40 feet from them, the front to them. That's about 40 feet, even though it looks a little more compressed than that.
Okay. Yeah, well.
So 60 feet.
I'm trying to remember. Harpies, the last time we encountered harpies, weren't they? Oh, no. That was something else. No, I'm going to stay right there. I'm good.
Okay.
How many harpies? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Three that you see. But you do recall that the last time you encountered harpies, they ran off screeching something about that made you think there were bigger, better, larger, more dangerous reinforcements on the horizon.
Oh, super
These
harpies.
are the big brothers. These are
Yeah.
Billy Goat's Gruff times 2.
Oh.
These are my bigger brothers.
Oh.
Okay, so you're readying Gooseneck. Fathom, you pop up on there, and that's the situation for you too. What would you like to do?
So I am within 120 feet. Sounds like 150 feet.
You are, absolutely.
So I think
Fireball.
I think that Abrand's not wrong. This is a fireball situation. So I'm kind of aiming to hit 2 that are bunched up closer together.
Okay, all right. You just choose your point, and boom. All right, I need to roll a dexterity saving throw as I fly.
Next 15.
15, okay. Let me get out my Reaper Pizza Dungeon dice. And that save is a 21 for one of them. And the other one one of them just thinks for themselves, cuts across out of the view, blinding the other one flying behind it for a moment, who takes a fireball right to the face.
Right to the kisser.
One dodged it a little bit, and one of them takes the full amount. How much is that?
The full amount.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like that?
26, did you say?
33.
33. Whoa, very
Whoa, light it up.
It's just like this wonderful firework off the bow of the ship. Boom. And a little harpy screech from out there. Okay.
Fireball to the face.
Wow. All right. 33. I like numbers like that.
Good job, Fathom.
All right. Fireball.
Fireball up your nose.
And
Well, it's safer when they're flying to use fireball on a boat. It would.
okay. All right. Okay, it's not your turn yet, but after, right immediately following Fathom's turn, you see the pool start to coalesce, and it looks like a shape is reaching out from them.
I'm going to shout, "Where on the deck?" and point at whatever the closest one happens to be.
Okay. So, Gooseneck, you are ready for the harpies, but let's see but let's see if I can get something really
suspense.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Just, and you can tell it's magically, because it's not coming from anywhere. The wood almost sort of pulls up, it ripples in the ship, and now everybody that looks, because Kay has pointed this out, can see that the ship wood ripples up, and ripping out of it is this hand that comes up behind you, Gooseneck, and sort of starts to make a grasp at you. A hand, Abran, this is your sword sticking out from behind this mast. A hand comes up behind you, starts to grip at you. A hand comes up beside the captain. And a hand comes up beside one of these brothers here. They just sort of ripple up, almost wood-grained in texture. They're, even you can see this sort of dark pulsing come after them. Fortunately, you all were alerted to them, so it's not a full surprise for you that you've seen them. You've at least seen them as they reach up and begin to grab you. All right. Let's see. The one on you, Gooseneck, is 15 to hit. That hits you.
18. You need
Okay,
an 18.
it just slaps the ground beside you. Claws sort of dig into the wood grain and some of that screech against some of the iron grating that's on top of this.
Can I use my action to whack it?
You were holding it for
the harpy.
The harpy. I would let you if you wanted to. Kind of at disadvantage though, because suddenly you're changing every muscle direction in your body. But you can take a whack if you want and use your attack. Use what you were holding before.
All right, let's try it. Disadvantaged. Here we go.
Yeah.
Disadvantaged. 11 plus 7, 18. Does that hit?
Boom.
It does hit.
All right. And let's see. 1d12 plus 4. 7. So 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Boom.
And so that reduces the speed of the target by 10 foot until my next turn, assuming it takes damage. Or assuming it can move 10 feet.
Right. Assuming it can move. I mean, so you has hit it really good. It looks very damaging to it. Almost splits it in half, but it's still got some movement in it, obviously. So it didn't quite finish it off, but that was very violent to it. Good job.
Whackety whack.
All right. So one of them reaches up. It does grab one of the twins here. Another one reaches up for the captain and grabs her. And then, let's see. I'm going to roll that damage on both of those at once. Okay, both of them grit their teeth a little bit. And Abran, 20 to hit you. Does that hit you?
That hits.
Okay. Then Abran, this thing reaches up your leg, sort of. It's gripping and piercing you at the same time and just scratches down a little bit. It's got that familiar burn, almost like a cat scratch would have. You take 8 points of slashing damage, and you just feel suddenly it's just gripping onto you really well, and something about it just feels like it's trying to draw magic energy into it, though it's not getting anything from you, but it's affecting you in some way. Let's see. So that's all 4 of those. Yes. Okay. And now it is the harpies. They are not going to make it all the way in. Probably here for this one. These two come here. One of them moves a little. I'm going to alter this. One of them gets in there close. The other one kind of hangs back because they were, and let me change the view a bit. But the other one hangs back because they were blasted. And that was not a fun experience for them. It slows them down just a little bit as they come in. So that's kind of how the harpies approach this ship and how far they get in this particular range. And then after that, is this? It is, okay. All of you can hear this song sort of come out of them as they approach. And as they get this close, it becomes overwhelming to your senses. Like it's like muffled in your head. That's all you hear. And everybody from basically this mast forward, you have disadvantage. You're so close on this saving throw that you have to now make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this charmed? Are we being charmed?
You have advantage because it is technically charmed.
So I have
Where am
advantage
I?
though.
Yeah.
To the max.
So that means you have a normal roll because otherwise you'd have disadvantage.
Sure.
Yeah. So
We have to make it now.
Fathom. Yeah, make it now. Fathom, Kay, Corncob, and Pugil can roll normally. Well, so can Abran. Gooseneck, I'm afraid you're the one at disadvantage. It's not on the crew.
I rolled a 15 and a 20, so.
Ooh. You're no sucker to this siren song.
Plus, do I get my normal saving throw bonus?
Yeah, whatever your normal wisdom saving throw would be.
So it'll be 16.
Okay. Yeah, you are
lizard ears. They don't hear very well.
I guess not. Abran, how'd you do?
I'm too distracted by the claw on my leg. I rolled a 19, so I don't hear the harpies.
Thought that was going to go a different way. I like the way you went. Fathom.
10.
Oh, 10. This
probably not good enough.
Yeah, this harpy song, it just sort of, you just sort of zone out. Like your head's just in another world entirely. The things you were thinking of doing, your actions, are just gone.
Dude.
Just the sea, the boat, the rhythm, the fuzzy muffling in your ears. You are incapacitated currently.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I'm seeing all the ways out of this. Hold on. No. Okay. Just checking. Corncob, how'd you do?
I rolled a 20, including my wisdom bonus.
All right. You are not affected by this song. Kay?
13.
13. You are affected by this song the same way that Fathom. We have two music appreciators, apparently. Pugil, how'd you do?
I also rolled a 13.
Another music aficionado. You are also just, it's like cotton, fuzzy, very disturbing your senses and incapacitating you. Okay. That is what they do. Corncob. Return.
Corncob's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You see what's happened so far. You can even tell that some of the actions that Fathom and Kay and Pugil were preparing to do, just sort of their hands drop by their sides, and along with quite a few of the crew members ahead of you, hands just drop at their side and look spaced out.
Okay. I will pick the harpy to the port side.
Okay.
And guiding bolt it with a second level guiding bolt.
Ooh, all right.
With a 25 to hit.
It unerringly shoots that beautiful radiant beam, striking squarely.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. 23.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, that one was as of yet uninjured. It was not a fireball harpy. Okay, 23.
And then bonus action, I
Okay.
believe I can cast a spiritual weapon.
Spell plus cantrip. So one of them has to be a cantrip.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was just listed under a bonus. Okay, I'll cast Shillelagh then.
Okay. Yep. You got it. And now your magical stave is, well, now your stave is magical.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. As your radiant bolt just sort of strikes them, it's like a magical aura around them, clearly outlining them against the sky. Easy targets for everybody else striking them. Let's see, is this on the end of the turn? Sorry, let me make sure. Okay. That's your turn, Corncob. The next one would be Abran. Abran, it's your turn.
I'm in the clutches of the grasping hand.
Yep.
I am going to utilize my new feat of aberrant dragon mark and give him the shocker.
Aberrant's dragon mark.
Yeah, I'm going to lay down some shocker. Shocking grasp.
Okay.
And so that is a 19 to hit.
Yes. It's a small target, but you've struck it.
And so 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, so I get a second attack still, or is that the only attack I get?
Was that with your weapon?
Well, shocking grasp was I just have to grab him with one hand.
Right. So
I still have a free hand.
Right. No, but if your action, so typically a spell like shocking grasp is an action by itself. So you've taken your whole action.
Okay. Does it loosen up at all with that? Does the shock make it loosen its grip?
It doesn't loosen its grip, though it does seem to take damage. It's not enough to make it let go on you.
Okay.
All right. All right. And am I missing? Who am I missing? I feel like, wait. Did I skip Aberrant, Fathom? No, Fathom. Oh, Fathom already attacked. Sorry. Pugh, on your turn, you're just sort of spaced out. However, at the very end of your turn, after you hand it over to me, just as you're handing it over, you get to roll another saving throw to try to just shake this fluff from your head. Wisdom.
14.
14. It is super challenging. You are able to finally, the seas and the sound of little seagulls out there start to come in through all that singing. You can the world starts to snap back and you see things, how much the scene in front of you, just everybody folded with their hands at their side, and you are now not under the effects of the charm. You're good. But that's the end of your turn. You're able to shake it off. Okay.
We'll see what happens now. I go charming the nature boy.
Okay.
That's an error and bad judgment.
It's your turn. Same thing. For the bulk of your turn, you're just staring off. But at the end, you can make a saving throw of wisdom.
Yeah, that's not better. I got a 10.
Oh, okay. So Kay still stands listening to the harpy song. All right. Okay, Gooseneck. Top of the round. Your turn.
All right. Well, I think I need to probably take care of this hand that's still trying to grab me. Well, if it's close enough. If I try to get away, it's going to get a free swipe, right?
I mean,
let's go ahead and whack it.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, I'm gonna go use my bonus action to go into a rage.
Okay.
And I'm going to let's go ahead and just chop this hand. Here we go. 18 plus 7, 25.
Vicious
Rolling
strike on
hot tonight. Losing my dice helped. Okay, so 7 plus 4, 11 points of damage.
Okay. Easily severing all the fingers off the hand in your chop, and it just falls, flops a little bit, and then the wood, it sort of just is reclaimed back into the deck. As you see, it ends its life. The wood grain then becomes even more wood-like, and then just sort of right back into the deck of the ship.
Okay. I would like to. How far away is that front harpy? Is he like floating over the deck?
No, they're just off to the sides of the deck.
They're off to the side. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I'm going to start moving up to about that mast. If I don't know how far that is,
you can make
but
that.
I'd like to move. Yeah,
right up there,
up to about the mast, and I want to. I think I'm gonna stop there. I want to be able to, if well, no, I'm gonna stop there. That's good.
Okay. Okay. Wait, I wrote that under corn cob. Sorry. All right. Fathom, for the bulk of your turn, you are also just enthralled by this, charmed by this song. But at the end, make a wisdom saving throw as you try to shake this song from your head.
I don't think that happened. 11.
11. No, you are also not. Okay. All right.
You started strong with that 20.
Okay. Well, there are ways to help you. However, before that, the claw, this one is, you smashed it into the ground. Because of the harpy song, both the captain and the twin were one of the ones that didn't do anything. And those observing can see that the captain's leg and the twin's leg that's been gripped by this claw have sort of wood grained them. You can see turning into wood grain of the ship and almost look like they're pulled just a little bit deeper than the surface of their foot would allow into the ship. As they're just passively kind of spaced out while they're being turned into the ship or something.
They're getting shipped.
They're getting shipped. However, this claw, and behind you, this claw still has you as well, Abran. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, cool. How about a 17?
That's good. You feel you kind of see your boot almost harden up, like it would, but it's more like just a sheen on the outside of it. I forget if your boot is magical or not. I don't think it is.
It is not.
It
is not.
Okay. You see it.
Hopefully,
sort of
now it will be.
Take on the grain. It sort of hardens up and pushes down into the ship, but it still seems free to your will at the moment, and your leg seems natural, although you felt it like itch for a little bit around, up and down the whole leg where that was clawed by you, or clawed by this claw thing. And they're just sort of that's all they're doing. Okay, and yes, the harpies. All right. This harpy off to the port that has been hit by Corncob's guiding bolt swoops into you, Gooseneck.
He's glowing.
The harpy is definitely glowing. And as they do, they take a couple of claw slashes at you. That's a 25 and a 24 to hit you.
Okay.
Oh, that's a badass harpy.
Those are slashing.
Those are slashing. Do they both hit you?
They both hit, but I'm resistant.
Okay, so whatever
Half
number
damage.
as I give you each of these numbers, just cut it in half.
Yep.
Okay. The first slash does 12 points of slashing damage. So 6
Okay.
to you. And the second one is 11. So 5.
Okay.
And just, you can feel them raking across you. Feel that. And it's not a great feeling, of course.
Ooh.
The other two.
I like chicken for dinner.
Other two.
You look
one
like chicken to me.
flies here. And the other one flies over here. They're kind of ignoring the things that their claws have gotten. Or that the claws have gotten.
The claw.
The claw. Making those kind of movements, however. Oh, you know, that one. Close enough? Okay, the one one of them is close enough to the crewmate. Both attacks hit this crew member. Wow. 40 points of damage. Total.
Oh!
This crew member.
Goodbye.
Just.
Sorry, Joe.
Later. I just talked to him. Just got to know him.
Goes down onto the deck.
Just here. We're just playing knucklebones.
Right underneath the harpies sort of very much takes them down, sort of rips into them with the talons and does this little walk on top of them, squats and spreads their wings really wide.
Doesn't teabag him though.
Screeches out. Oh, thank you, Michael. I love it. Okay.
Because it's a harpy.
Because it's a harpy.
Can't really do that.
Right. Corn cob.
How far away is the nearest harpy? Or that port side harpy?
From you, it's the starboard side harpy that is perching on atop the fallen crewman.
Okay. How far away is the one that's on the lizard man?
70 feet.
70 feet. Oh, that's too bad.
A big ship.
Yeah. 70 feet. Good Lord. Okay. I'm going to cast my Shillelagh spell. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm going to cast the one I tried to cast last time, which was Sacred Weapon, Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move it 20 feet over onto that grasping claw coming out at the ranger. And take a swat.
All right. Let me find where am
Oh, thank you. The Wood Elf Ranger.
I already know I don't have an exact thing, so we're just going to use this hammer. So you move it over. But if you were wondering about the size, I just want to say, Corncob, because you were counting measures, you can. Yeah. Well, you got it. Never mind.
Yeah.
You got that hammer over there and onto the claw that's attacking this Errant.
Okay.
All right. And go ahead and attack that claw.
So I got a 22.
A solid hit.
And that's unfortunately not a lot of damage. Oh, not too bad. 10 points.
Okay. 10 points. That
Now-
claw sort of smashes down, and you can see it retreating in. Well, it doesn't really retreat, fading into the wood.
Now, does that still give me a backup action to steer this thing?
So it's just
Because you attack on casting, and then it's listed under my bonus actions also. So
yeah. So it's a bonus action to cast and attack, and then double check.
and then
real
as a
quick.
bonus action, I can move it 20 feet and repeat the attack.
Right. So you've already used your
Question
bonus
is-
action to cast and attack. So next round
Okay.
you can move and
Okay.
attack with it
Okay.
as a bonus. Okay. So, but that's just a bonus action. So you still have your action.
Ooh.
Oh, see, I thought that was the casting of it. Okay. I'm confused on that. All right. I will move toward the harpies.
Okay.
20 feet.
That's about it. Moving through the crowd, they sort of part for you a little bit.
Is that toward the lizard man one or toward the other one?
That's toward the other one, but you could go
Move
to
me
the
toward the
lizard
lizard man one.
man. Okay.
I want to
Put
be
you on this
toward the
side.
one that's wounded because the other one isn't wounded, is it?
No, it's not.
If you wounded that one, then I could attack that one too. Well, I can attack whichever one's wounded.
All right.
It's going to deal
Corn
more
cob.
Just the
damage.
one I would.
Trying to be judicious with my spells. I'm not sure it's going to work.
Abran, it is your turn.
Okay. So the one, I can't see the rest of them because our faces are in the way. Which one is? It's only one. There's 3 on the deck, right?
Yeah,
But
there's
only
now
one of them
there's
is wounded?
now 3 on the deck. Only one of them is wounded.
I wounded one though.
That's
Yeah.
true. 2 of them are wounded. 2 of them are wounded.
Which is the other one that's wounded?
Actually, that's a really.
I thought one splashed into the drink.
No, it was just damage, but it didn't kill it.
Oh,
So you're absolutely right. So Corncob, both the one that's by Gooseneck and this one are wounded, and
Oh,
this
I'm-
one I mean are wounded.
okay. That's fine. I'm happy where I'm at. That gives
Okay.
me access to both.
So yeah, this one got hit with the fireball, and this one got hit with the fireball. This one did not; it came through, but
That one got hit by the guiding bolt.
But that one got hit by the guiding bolt. Exactly.
Okay. So
Sorry.
Aberrant's going to take a pot shot at the harpy that killed our little shipmate, crewmate.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to fire a couple arrows at him. First arrow is a nat 20 to hit, which
Eyes.
I double my attack dice, right?
You
'Cause I
double
wanna
all
use Colossus.
damage dice, including
Oh, wow.
Colossus Slayer.
7, 14, 28 points of damage.
It-
Total.
Yeah, I mean you double the amount of dice you roll, so 28 points of
Oh.
damage.
28 points of damage.
I mean, you can double. You can double if you want, but in the, I mean, you know,
Yeah, I'll
never
wait.
mind.
4 and 7. No. I'll do. This actually came out better.
Actually,
12 plus 7. So 14 plus 19.
okay.
Yeah, came out better that way.
Yeah, it did. Okay. Ooh, and that one was this one. I gotta get these right. That's the one that took the least amount in the fireball. All right. Yeah, these are some tough harpies. But all right, would you like to move or stay there, or you get another shot? What am I saying?
No, that was my first shot. And then the second shot, and I forgot about that, is a 20 to hit, not natural.
Okay.
And that is 13 more points of damage.
All right. All right. Good work. The ship is still going through the waves, and you are, but that harpy is still up and sort of squatting over this.
That's a tough ass harpy.
Yeah. All right. You, Joel. Your turn.
Okay. I would like to move up and center myself amongst the crew and the party to get as many of my comrades within 30 feet of me as I can.
Okay. No problem. You can do that.
Then I will whip out my war harp and
Whip it out.
I'm going to whip it out and I will play my fancy counter charm spell. It's not a spell, it's a bard trait or whatever you call it.
Right.
Bard feature. So that anybody within 30 feet gains advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
All right.
And
Right.
then I am going to use my bonus action to give bardic inspiration to Fathom. So she can roll an extra D8 on her next savings throw.
Okay.
Well, that ought to
What about
help.
what about our attack rolls? Can you do anything about that?
Well, she's got to get uncharmed first, pal.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Sorry. Good point.
If I manage to do it, I can save the bardic inspiration for attacking.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna
Dare
roll.
my dice.
I gotta roll some. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Kay. It is your turn again. The turn you're hearing this muffled song come through, but you hear just a tinge of this music out there somewhere that's a little bit of hope in the distance. Advantage on your saving throw.
Sounds like yakety sax. Come back to us. Come back to us, eh?
Yeah, that still didn't help. I got an 11.
She loves yakety sack.
Okay. No, Kay is probably more susceptible to this sort of stuff since she spent a little bit of time as something else.
As a door.
Yeah, and she pays too much attention to stuff. Just ignore it like the rest of
Yeah,
them.
there is threads interwoven in this. There's a very interesting journey inside this music.
There's a downside to all that perception.
Yep. Just overlook it. That's the easiest way to do it. What?
Gooseneck, it is your turn.
All right. So this harpy that's in front of me this is the one that was hit with the fireball or the guiding bolt?
This one.
Guiding bolt is the one that was off to the port side.
Yeah, it's the one that's right in front of you. Let me tilt this up
Okay.
a little bit so you can see her.
So has anybody taken a shot at this one? Is it still lit up?
It's
still
damaged
lit up.
and lit up, I think.
Yeah, you still get your
Yeah, it's
advantage
still lit
shot
up.
on it.
Okay, so I don't think I've ever taken a hit at something that's had a guiding bolt. So I get advantage to hit it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Before I do that, well, no, yeah, I better do that first. Okay, so let's just whackety whack. Here we go. 18 plus 7, 25.
That's a solid whackety
Solid
whack.
hit. All right. And 4 plus 4, 8 points of damage.
Okay. Let me get this one. It's this one over here. All right, 8 points of damage.
And I'm going to light him up again. But
Okay.
this is just a regular roll, right? No advantage.
Correct.
Okay. 13 plus 7, 20.
It's another solid whack.
Okay. And 12 plus 4, 16 points of damage.
Now, this is all the slashing damage that reduces movement.
This is
and
all
of-
slashing damage,
okay.
so it slows his target down by 10. Slows his speed down by 10 feet. So I don't know, does that work like every hit takes another
No.
10 feet off of him, or how does
No,
that work?
Just once.
Just
the top,
once.
yeah.
Okay. And then I would like to zap him with my storm aura. So Dex
Ooh.
DC 15.
They are
Save.
very dexterous, but are they dexterous enough? Yes, they're dexterous enough.
Okay, so half damage, which will be 1 point of damage. Roll
Okay.
to 2, so
Boom.
you will take 1.
Crushing.
Just a little shock.
Little.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Shock 'em.
Let me. Is
All
there
dead.
anything? Just looking. Nope. Okay. All right. So is that it for you, Gooseneck?
That's it for me.
Okay. It's a good run. It's a good run.
Yeah.
So you see the captain is sort of snapped out of it a little bit and kicks this hand that's turning her leg into wood and pulling her into the deck. She sort of tries to pick it up. She can't seem to move her leg. Let me get back on a shot that's appropriate. Yeah, I guess you really can't see on much of these. Right here. So she kind of kicks it. She stands back and she tries to lift up her leg and she can't. So she comes down with her sword and just is attacking the claw that's pulling her in. You can see the wood has made it up to sort of the wood grain on her leg is up to mid-thigh. So she snapped out of the song, but she's almost just welded to the deck as part of it now, as part of the wood, and this claw is pulling her in. The twin here that's got a claw is now, he's both legs are wood up to the waist, and he's sunken in halfway up through his calves, almost, just sort of being pulled in. Cook has snapped out of it and is just swinging a pot or a pan at this claw, everything they can, but is not an effective combatant, unfortunately, but is trying to get the claw off of him. And it is Corncob's turn.
Okay. So the claw's
Wait,
still
aren't
out there, and so is that.
Oh, at the
Go ahead.
same time as
Oh, wait, Fathom.
Yeah,
I'm
Fathom.
sorry. I am terribly sorry. Fathom.
that's.
You,
I mean, I'm doing my exciting save, but
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Let's hope you save.
You can do it.
Boom. Saved.
16.
Natural 20.
It does save. So finally, at the end of your turn, you sort of this pugil song sort of just comes through your senses and snaps you out of it. It's less discordant, more focusing. You're able to see the scene around you, and you feel inspired at the same time by something they did for you. Okay, awesome.
Did you burn that inspiration?
No, I didn't have to.
All right.
I can use it for an attack or something.
All right. So you are free after the on your next turns, and Corncob. Now it's your turn.
Okay. So the hand and the harpy are both damaged, correct?
Yeah, all the hands are damaged, and all the harpies are damaged.
Okay, and my spiritual weapon is not moved yet. It's back by where Abron was.
Yes. Oh yeah, and this hand is no longer in effect. The one that the weapon bashed last time.
Yeah.
Okay, and the hand on the crewman is gone.
No, the hands on the crewmen are both there. There's one here that Cook is hitting with a frying pan, a big heavy pan.
Okay.
And then one up here that the captain is actively fighting against and hitting with her sword.
I'm going to go ahead and toll the dead at the harpy.
Is which one?
The one on the lizard man. It has to make a wisdom saving throw or take a D8 worth of necrotic damage.
All right.
Well, more than that, but
so this tolling sound resonates across the ship, and it completely interferes with her thought process. She takes that damage.
Okay.
Piercing gives that a
good to
little
me.
screech. How much is it?
That's 13 points.
Wow.
That was
Okay.
an effective little spell. And I'm going to use the bonus spiritual weapon to try to hit the hand that the cook is fighting.
Oh, okay. Weapon slides across. That's just within range and takes it and helps the cook. Helps cook.
Okay, and that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it smashes down. This spiritual weapon's a good hand smasher.
And that is 1d8 plus 4. So that's 11 points of damage.
Wow, between you and the cook, that was enough to smash this hand. Poof, and it starts to fade back into the deck. And you can see that the crew, the twin, is also sort of pushed up a little bit, sort of turned normal again. He's still enthralled with the song, so he's not moving anywhere, is glossy-eyed, but is no longer in danger of being sucked into the ship.
If he's within 30 feet of me, he gets advantage on that save.
He does. He's not a great
Okay.
wisdom saving thrower.
He's a knothead, though.
Just a reminder.
Yeah.
He's not turning into the boat, so it's progress.
Right. It's a benefit.
Maybe that's how you make a boat. Maybe that would be good.
Be interesting.
Just melt people down and put them in the deck.
That's
No, that's how you make a haunted boat.
yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
A story for a different evening.
All boats are haunted boats.
Okay. Let me go down here a little more carefully this time. Ah, yes. Harpy's turn. Can they? Yeah. All right. This one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change shots here a little bit. This one back here sort of pops up the stairs, and the navigator is now sort of in between the three of you. You can see him down there. So she comes up the stairs and takes a swing at the navigator, actually.
Ooh.
One of them hits. He's an agile little gnome, but wasn't able to dodge one of these claws, and you can see it is a nasty gash. It's a nasty gash across him, and he clutches his side, tears up what he's wearing.
Is the navigator there to my left?
Yes.
Or is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
No taller than your tail.
Yeah. Not much. Not at all. In fact, here let's show.
Well, I just happen to have my little gnome carrier. I'll.
Oh yeah, you do have the gnome Bjorn. Yeah.
Gnome Bjorn.
Okay. But the navigator does not go down, although looks kind of like faint, like they might, if shock doesn't bring him down next time. But it's trying to scramble out of the way. Also sort of came awake during that last one. And then there's some attacks on you, Gooseneck. First one, this harpy in front of you slashes with both talons. The first is a natural 20.
Oh.
And the second is a...
Ching.
Where'd my attack thing go? My second is an 18.
18 hits. Well, I have armor class 18.
Yeah, it hits. Okay.
It hits.
So let's take care of the first one first, since that's the one that's going to hurt the most. Oh. I didn't think I'd need this many dice. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, that's not what you want to hear the DM say.
So the first attack is 23 slashing damage. Just gets a solid slash on you.
All right.
The second one. Oh wait. Well, okay. Wait.
I
The
take
second-
half, right?
Yeah,
Since
you're
I'm
gonna
in-
take half. You take half of both
Okay.
of these.
Right.
Oh, phew, hold on. That was too many dice. Let me cut this down. And it's like, wait, that's too much. I'm sorry. Why did I do that? Is 13 points of slashing damage.
So that's the second one or the
second one was 13, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So 2 solid slashes. This harpy goes right at the other person playing music, which is Pugil. She just sort of squats down on her. Well, let me show you where she's coming from, Pugil. She's squatted on top of this. You see her talons sort of push in, and a little bit of cloth and flesh drag behind her as she lunges at you and then reaches forward with both of her talons, Pugil, to cut off that untenable, that just horrible song that you must be playing. It's interrupting their beauty music.
Yakety sax.
Her first attack towards you is a 17.
That's going to hit.
Okay, and her second is a natural 20.
Ouch.
Oh!
Crappers.
Frank's dice have warmed up too.
These are
my lord.
These are definitely Reaper Pizza Dungeon dice, so don't blame me. Okay. The first attack that is not the critical hit is 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the second one, ooh, Yahtzee.
That's not good. That's the
don't
last
wanna
thing you
hear
want to hear.
You can't say
You don't
that.
hear Yahtzee either.
Wrong game.
No. God. Well, I don't have enough dice in Yahtzee.
28 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Oh,
tearing us up.
I've sprung a big leak.
But are you unconscious?
No, I am not.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay.
on my tiny little booty feet.
I mean, she's trying to ground you down into the deck. It's like
I'm
a
about to get-
giant eagle with a little morsel that is trying to pin to the deck, and just you're still a little too squirmy.
Yeah, bust out the grease.
Yeah. I'm about to
It
pull me off a
is
drumstick.
Abran's turn. Abran?
Now let go of my gnome. I'm going to pluck that harpy with a couple of more arrows.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
28 to hit with 14 plus 4, 18 points on the first one.
Yep.
Still up.
Yeah.
Second one is a 26 to hit with 15 more points of damage.
Wow.
Yeah. So this
He's
one
not
was
the harpy plucker. He's the harpy plucker's son.
Nice. You did great. This one is not one of the ones that have been brutally beaten on a little bit. Oh wait. Yeah. You hit it.
Now they have.
I hit it before too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2
Never
rounds
mind.
of 4 arrows.
You hit it before. All right. It actually just, as it's trying to tear into Pugil, it just stumbles back in a wave of feathers collapsing to the deck.
Boom. Get off my gnome. I kind of kick at the gnome gently with my left foot. Dude, are you awake?
Wait a minute. Don't break the pinata. It's just barely hanging together.
Get up.
Yeah.
He's trying to form a scab. Let him alone.
Yeah,
I can't do
awful.
any. I don't. Once I attack twice, I have nothing left. I can't throw a healing spell or anything on Ujo, can I?
Unless you have a bonus action.
Save your healing
Actions.
spell. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to go invisible so they can't jump on me.
Yeah, we might have to do a mass healing here pretty quick.
Well, I have a healing spirit.
It is-
that is a bonus action, but if he doesn't want it, I won't do it.
Okay. It is Pugil's turn.
Now, if I go invisible,
Yeah.
I can still play my music and affect people, right?
No. Well,
Or
it
is it?
depends. Only greater invisibility. Normal invisibility as soon as you cast a spell
This
or
isn't a
take any.
spell. It's not a spell. It's not an attack. It's a class feature.
Ooh, it's a class feature. Interesting. Okay. For the moment, we'll say yeah, you can do that, and they won't necessarily be able to tell where this. You will not become visible, though they might be able to hear
Invisible
the
harpist
origin. They might be able to
strikes
hear the
again.
origin of the music if they try hard enough.
So they'll have to track the sound.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say that.
Then
with their
is that harpy? That
echolocation.
harpy's not moving anymore, is it?
And the one that has got Abrand's arrows in it, no.
Okay. Then and the only other, is anybody still charmed? Is Kay still charmed?
No, Kay snapped out of it. There is one deckhand and here that's charmed.
I never made my save.
Oh,
Oh well, that's right. That's coming up. She would be after you, Joel.
Oh, so you're still charmed then?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what I will do is I will cast invisibility on myself and vanish, and give Kay bardic inspiration.
Okay. And she still has advantage from your music, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of Kay, it is your turn. You have both bardic inspiration and advantage.
Alrighty. So I got a 21 that time without having to use the inspiration.
All right. You are
Ooh.
able to shake it out. As you look around, the scene has changed in front of you quite a bit. You see three other people still with their kind of arms at their sides, but everybody else seems to have snapped out of it and is trying to fight off both the claws and the harpies. And that would be the end of your turn. Oh, okay, they just had you against the ropes from the beginning. Okay. But you're free now. Gooseneck. But yeah, sorry, Pugh.
I might have made an error.
Okay.
Did you use advantage for that? Did you require the advantage for that?
I did use advantage for it. I don't think I required it because my two dice were a 19 and a 20.
Okay, then
Definitely.
then it's moot. But my counter charm only lasted until the end of my previous action. I have to re-invoke it.
Okay.
So she wouldn't have gotten the advantage. I goofed. Sorry.
Okay, she made it without it, but she did have the inspiration still.
That's right. That's
Okay.
a bonus action.
All right. Gooseneck, it is your turn.
So-
Go ahead.
I got 2 harpies on me.
Yeah, there are 2 near you, although one of them is technically kind of on the navigator there next to you.
Okay. Which one is? Well, I can engage with either of them or both of them. Or
Yeah, I mean the
should
one
I
that's,
finish off the one that's I'm currently engaged with?
yeah, the one looking at us directly here, that
Okay.
is the one you've been working on.
All right. Let's go ahead and whackety whack him. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna zap him first with my bonus action. So dexterity save 15. Failed.
not-
All right. He
could
gets
not
the
dodge.
full 6. Let's see what he gets. 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I gotta up my static shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shaka.
All right. Here we go. Let's see here.
Better get some solar cells for that.
11 plus
Wow.
7, 18. That hit.
Yes, that is a hit.
Alrighty. And 7 plus 4, 11 points of damage.
All right.
Right in the face.
All right.
In the face hole.
She just screeches at you.
Still up?
but still up.
Because I got more where that came from.
No, well, you better use
Oh.
more where that came from, because
Okay. Dang it. All right.
aren't messing around.
18 plus 7, 25.
Bam.
That'll hit. All right. And 5 plus 4, 9. 9 points of damage.
All right. Still standing in front of you, even after all this
I'm
time.
still standing after all
That's
this
the one tough
time.
chicken. It'll have to
is.
take a while to stew it.
Pieces of my
I'm
life.
gonna say probably nothing you want to throw in the stew. All right.
Lizards aren't picky.
Oh,
Damn.
Better than I ever did.
You're not a goat, though. All right, Fathom.
how's the captain looking?
The captain
She's got wood.
it seems to just be stuck on here and acts like after you, but seems to be really close to getting this claw off of her, maybe taking care of it.
Okay. If I move, my movement is 30 feet. Can I be within 30 feet of the harpies attacking
Yes.
my lizard friend?
Yes.
Whichever one seems least injured, I will be attacking with blight.
Okay, that's
So it needs
this
to be a Constitution 15 save.
Constitution save. Ooh. Okay.
And then I have to do some math.
That is
You all know I'm.
apparently this particular harpy has weak constitution.
So 38 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
Oh, where's that been? Been holding out, on us, Fathom.
That's very new. I'm just trying it out today.
It's been at level 7.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
And then it was
I told
trapped
you I
behind.
branched out from all fireball all the time.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
So yeah, you can just the skin around the harpy just necrotizes on the outside. You can see it sort of slough off, some scales fall down, feathers
Ooh.
molt out and wilt immediately. But they turn to look at you, Fathom, after that, are not down,
Oh, good. Oh, good.
but you've got their
Excellent.
attention.
That's not what I wanted.
Ooh, wow. Are there any lingering conditions I should be aware of from blight?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless it's a plant or magic feature.
No. Okay. All right. The captain takes a final whack at this claw, which shatters down, and as she's still kind of stuck to the floor, but you can see the wood sort of retreating down that wood. So it's going to take her a bit to move, but she's still struggling, looking around, kind of assessing the situation. The main singer is still up. So yeah, I guess the twin gets a chance. No. First mate rolling poorly, and no, okay. So there's 3 crew members still just sort of dazed. The first mate being one of them. Okay.
Typical. Useless.
And then the harpy's turn. So this harpy goes right at you, Fathom. As it does, it wasn't technically next to Gooseneck, but the navigator does take the opportunity to to try to stab it with this fountain pen.
Go, little guy.
That's about as an effective attack as Cujo.
Well, it was a natural 20.
Oh.
He's more deadly than Pujo.
Well, we're going to call that 2 points of damage to this
All
harpy
right.
as it moves towards
And
you.
then
Wow.
she falls and dies.
I thought only accounts
Critical
could do
wound
that much
with a
damage
fountain
with a
pen.
pen.
Oh,
Ink poisoning.
wow. And then it's in your face attacking you, I'm afraid. All right, Fathom. First attack is a 23.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
so hit.
Second attack.
I'm the most.
Oh, much better for you. Second attack is a 14.
Alas, that still hits.
Okay. All right. Well, it's okay. It's okay.
Why do you think I stand in the back?
Oh man. All right. So, here's the first attack. Fathom. 15 points of slashing damage.
Can I do a reaction to the first attack?
Yeah.
So Hellish Rebuke.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
dear.
the finger. Dex 15 save.
All right. So she launches one claw into you, and you rebuke her because she's got her claw into you. I guess she's could not dodge out of the way of it.
Back off, or I will rebuke you again.
Yeah, exactly. 11 points of damage.
And as it swings around in that to get its other claw just going right for your throat, it just screeches back and a little ball of flaming feathers and lands on the deck. Just necrotic, dying, flaming feather creature.
Nice.
Wow.
The rebuke of death.
You've done a number to her. And now,
I hardly ever get to use that because I try not to be hit.
but it worked. Okay. Nice.
Good job.
And so what do we have here? This still the same one that was singing. All right, Gooseneck, this one is on you. 2 attacks on you. That is a 21 and a natural
Ooh.
20.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
lip.
So sorry.
Wow.
I mean, I'm
That's
not. But
That's a
does the,
gooseneck's tough.
does the 21 hit you?
Yes, they both hit.
Okay. Okay.
They both.
Okay, first let's take care of this 21. 12 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
Right?
And then I'm just going to get another die out of here.
This is not Yahtzee, Frank.
I mean, I've got 6d6 in my hand, so you're right.
Dang.
It's not.
Could be.
This isn't dice poker either.
Let's
Might
see
be
here.
champions.
Ooh, okay. 24 points of slashing damage on the second one.
Alrighty.
All right. So, and I know you've been taking half of all
Lord.
these.
Yep.
All right.
Gooseneck's gonna be nothing but cutlets here pretty
I
quick.
mean, it's like there are scratches
I'm
down
hurting.
Gooseneck's
Yeah.
scales.
Hurting.
But fortunately, he's got them.
That's right.
And this harpy's having trouble pierce. Corn Cob, it is your turn.
All right, so there's still one harpy left. Is that correct?
Yes, it's the one up by Gooseneck and the Navigator, right up at the front of the ship there, on the bow.
Okay. I'll go ahead and toll the dead at that one. Well, actually, no. I'm going to just hit it with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
First. That's 18.
That strikes it.
$15 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay. Radiant just spews around it, outlining it. Still standing. But
It's still standing. Then I'm going to go ahead and
I'm still staying.
I guess I'll whack it with my spiritual weapon for my backup.
Shillelagh?
no, the spiritual
Oh,
weapon.
my spiritual weapon is following me around.
Yeah.
Hammer time.
All right. Take a whack with it as it sort of
All right.
floats up the steps.
And
Bonk,
15
bonk on
plus
the
7,
head.
21 to hit.
Bonk.
Yes.
And that's 1d plus 4. That's 10 points.
10 points. Okay. Finally, this creature, just this glowing magical weapon, smacks it, and it falls in a flurry of feathers onto the ground. The song stops for the rest of the people on deck, and everyone kind of comes to their senses, is looking around at harpy corpses, and people are just coming out of being unstuck to the deck. There's a little bit of confusion as some are looking around wondering what happened.
Stupid bird. I'm going to stomp on its head.
Stupid bird.
No more hands coming out of the deck.
No more hands coming out of the deck or any of that. Nope.
I still don't know what the hell that was.
Those were its
Yeah, it had magic powers.
bigger brothers.
The harpy had magic powers, or the ship,
Yeah.
or someone else. I don't know.
Ooh. Ooh. Good question. We should
I'm not a
question
smart
everybody.
man.
Should question everybody.
We should probably try to figure that out. Is the one guy dead, or just
well, it's been 3 rounds. I'm going to go ahead and roll all the death saves right now. Natural 1, so failed twice on the first round and failed on the second. Yes, dead.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
What was
know how to drive this thing?
what was his name? What was his name? I can't remember his name. Anybody
I don't know.
remember
How
his
many
name?
people are down? Do you want me to do a mass heal on everybody?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
How about you,
staying.
Abram?
I could use a little help.
I can get
But
up
not
to 6
massively.
people, so everybody line up.
Okay. I'm in
I'm
line.
slightly injured. I don't know if the captain and that guy are worse off.
Captain's okay. They both are injured, the captain and the twin, but the real danger there
Well,
was them.
I don't
becoming
need
part of the
any,
ship.
so I can get the five other people in our party if everybody else is damaged, and one other person.
I'm unhurt.
Okay, you're unhurt. So I only have to do 4 of our people, so that leaves 2 for the crew if we want to give 2 to the crew.
So the captain and the navigator.
Yeah.
Well, he got really injured. Yeah.
Yeah, the most injured is probably, the navigator, honestly, of the crew. Yeah.
Okay, so
how many hit points
get
did you
the
have left?
navigator out there, I guess.
Now it's Yahtzee. Get all those dice out.
Well, yeah, I guess. I was just going to roll once and everybody can have the same amount, or did you want me to roll for everybody?
Just everybody roll the same amount. You roll and
everybody take 15 points back.
All right.
Corn cob.
Yes, thank you. I feel much better.
I have more, but we can use individual spells too if you want.
Gracias, El Dorfo.
I want to.
While Corn Cop's arranging all the healing, I'm going to search the harpies.
Okay.
Ew.
And we know that scaly things have pockets sometimes, so.
And we'll get Pujo to check the cloaca.
So,
I was not trying to invoke that, but okay.
As you
we almost made it through the whole episode. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Is that really?
Well, I am a nature boy.
Yeah.
The nature boy, is there any parts of these harpies that might be valuable that we could carve off?
That's good.
Honestly, I'm first more interested in finding out if they've got anything that might indicate how and or why they picked this ship out to attack.
Okay.
Can they be spellcasters? I don't know anything about harpies.
Well, make a nature check. I wouldn't know if they're part of
I
nature.
could do that. I got a good nature. No, I don't have a
That
good
makes
nature
your
check. God damn it! I have a good survival skill.
You could make a history check in its stead, which might be more accurate in this case.
Make a monster
no, it doesn't
manual
matter.
check.
I got an 18 for either one.
Okay.
I know nothing.
Yeah, it seems like there are, most harpies just have some very simple things they do. They certainly sing and can charm people. Their talons are normal, but they're they're things that normal sailors fight off often. This did not seem like that kind of harpy. This was not something a normal sailor would have easily fought off. And
This is some
these
kind of
Maybe
super
magic-
harpy.
yeah. I'm sorry, what was
Well,
that?
I
Adam?
see. I don't know. I had the feeling that maybe they cast a spell as well, but I don't know if there's something else still aboard the ship.
Do they?
I would
Do
suggest
they?
Fathom.
Sorry.
that Kay look with her magical goggles in case they have some gear that help them do that.
Okay. So Fathom makes that suggestion. And what were you about to say, Pugil?
Do they look like the ones that we encountered earlier? Or are they significantly different?
They look quite a bit like them. Yeah, they're not like a different breed of harpy, but they look a little larger, and perhaps
Anybody
don't
want
know,
any ice cream? Apparently, the ice cream man's driving by.
maybe a little hardier.
Hmm. Bigger, beefier.
Mm-hmm. Kay, what you wanted to go and investigate, so make an investigation as you look around through the harpies as well. Actually, everybody looking through the harpies, go ahead and make an investigation, but then we'll figure out what Kay looks or finds after.
I'll look.
If you're not looking
For
through
the
the
love
harpies,
of
don't.
Pete.
You can talk to
I
the
got a
crew or whatever.
13.
I got a
16 for
20 on the
Aberrant.
die for a total of 13 or 23.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
23. I thought you were going to say 13. I was like, what?
I also
Okay.
got a natural 20 for 26.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Kay,
Plucking those birds.
we'll go with Kay first. Right, as you are digging around through any possessions that they might have, there's a clear possession that you think points in the right direction of them being responsible for these claws. There's no things of value on them that you find immediately, but you do see they all have this necklace that is this little like baby bird claw almost, which seems a little different than you would expect to have on them, but they're all wearing it like a sign, insignia, members only club. I don't know.
Still
Ooh.
got the goggles on. Is it magical?
It is not magical.
You should
But I
still
think
keep
it
one.
might be something that they use to do the claws, the hands.
Yeah, it could be. Now,
Like a focus.
make a well, actually, you're passive. No. Make an intelligence check. Just, well, actually, no, not intelligence. Make a wisdom check. Just plain wisdom.
4.
4. Okay. All right. Fathom, as you're digging through, you had a 26, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So they're mostly you're going through and there's nothing of value on them here and there. However, especially the one that was slashed a lot by Gooseneck up there, you're able to see that it was like not sure how it almost seemed to be inside them, like around their throat area. You don't know if it was jewelry at some point. It was kind of hard to see in all the I don't know, blood and damage, but you see there is a little ruby that was in their throat. You're not really sure, but it's glinting in there now.
Definitely like to examine that more, so I will
Okay.
remove it, as grotesque as that is.
Okay, you pluck that ruby out.
Can I check the other two to see if they have it as well? Now that I know where it went.
Oh, you can. Now that you know where to look, just you're able to find that one of them does not, but the other one does. They have an onyx. Yes, onyx.
This is weird. This is like bone tomahawk stuff.
Could have been some sort of jewelry that was. It's both of these cuts are not. Well, they're not really cut per se, so they're not a cut gem, but they're smoothed out a little bit. So it could have been some sort of jewelry or.
Well, we know those Slod had control gems. Do these things have that kind of stuff going on?
I mean, Kay still has been looking all over. There's no magic involved in these things. They just seem like mundane items that were ornamental.
Okay.
Or, if not ornamental, currency, treasure. But they were for some reason or another precious to these two enough to have subdermally.
We need people with some interesting storage methods. All I'm saying.
You know, we should pop them open and check their crops.
Yeah.
We do
For
some
gizzard
trail
stones?
readings,
So
too.
they're
Are we looking for gizzard stones now?
looking for gizzards.
That's right. Who knows
Maybe
what
they
they've
like
got in their
super
gizzards?
fancy gizzards.
Nothing else unusual
right.
about them, even no
I
matter
don't know,
which
nature
method
boy.
you go about going through it.
Go ahead and open them up.
Those are good stones. They could be cut. They probably have a lot of value. Each of them are probably worth a good 200 gold each.
Wow.
Wow, let's kill us some more harpies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a little
remembrance.
sit down for about an hour or so if you guys can handle things for now.
Yeah.
I'll feel much
Oh,
better. after
sure.
that.
We have it well in hand.
Whew.
That was fun.
You know,
Good
we're going
job,
to start
guys.
some harpy
Yeah.
butchering, and the rest of us are going to sit back and watch.
I'm still down 24
Rotten
points.
chicken, not eating it.
I got regular healing spells, but so do you. You want me to use them
I
on you?
got, yeah, I can, no, I can shoot mine if we're not going to get a chance to rest.
Well, doesn't a short rest help you if you want to use your dice or something?
I
A
don't
short
know
rest.
how
A
that
short
works.
rest would help. What happens is you take an hour of low activity, so you could do something like cook a meal, sharpen a blade, but you can't go hiking or carrying things or really any kind
Dissect
of
a harpy.
travel. Yeah, can't really
Butchering
dissect.
harpies.
Anything
What's
that
butchering
takes-
harpies? That's probably in the
takes
middle somewhere.
Focus. Yeah, it's probably in the middle.
Depends on how sharp your knife is.
During that time, during that rest period, you may roll up to your hit dice so if you have a D8 as your hit die, a D or a D6, and your 8th level means you have 6 D6, you may roll 1 and say, okay, I get back 3 hit points plus your con modifier. And then go, oh, I want to use another one and roll it. And so you can use your hit dice to gain during that short rest period. And
If you click the
okay.
short rest on the thing, it'll show you. So I am also going to short rest because I want my spells back.
Well,
Okay.
then what I will do is, as we rest, I'll play my little song of rest, which gives anybody who's doing the short rest an extra D6 hit points.
Okay. So while the players rest, I think we're going to go to a break and we're going to get up and stretch and stand. And we're going to have a short half coming back. It's not maybe even a full half, as you say. But we'll find out what goes on next. But we're going to get the opportunity to get up and stand up and stretch. We've been sitting down for almost 2 hours. So everyone
How
out
many
there,
dice did you? I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. Everyone out there, stick around. We'll come back rested, and we'll see you after this break. Hang in there.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome back. We've all had our
Hola.
breaks. All right, so we've just defeated the harpies. Good job, everyone, by the way. It's tough because those were not normal harpies, and I took some beautiful DM time before this and failed to create Abrand's cloak, but what I did create was a special DM creature claw thing, and I was happy with their use. So,
Well,
I
it's
like
not a
that kind of
cloak,
stuff.
but it was pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, it started with a C. Okay, so we'll get back into the game as things start to settle down a little bit. And I just mean a little bit. You guys take an hour. Sometime during that hour, from some disturbance below deck, Cook comes running out because he's chasing chickens around the ship. I don't know what disturbed them or let them loose downstairs. Gooseneck, you've
that's
got
a
these
lot.
juicy little critters just running all over the rails. Now it's your
good
opportunity.
chicken.
If
Not
you wanted to snatch one up, that was the only opportunity probably. When they're not in their cages and counted.
I'll
What was the
snatch
name of
one,
the-
but I'll give it back to Cook.
Oh, okay.
I'll help him. I'll help him round one up.
You're going to get involved on the
Sure.
the
I'll help him
chicken
round up his
chase.
chickens.
Okay. Excellent.
Because that way we still get omelets.
That's why we still get omelets. Yeah, I like
Hang
omelets.
one of
Eggs are
those
good
little-
too.
Hang those little claw pendants around their neck and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they turn into harpies.
Oh my God! Right?
Cockatrices.
No, bite your tongue.
Oh, we wouldn't do such a horrible thing, right? We wouldn't. But I think we've already done cockatrices, actually.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
already
we
done
did.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, you're chasing
We've
the
already
chickens
done
around.
harpies too, but that didn't stop
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. I don't see why
Right,
that
that's fair.
eliminates the possibility of future ones that are more powerful.
Okay.
If
That's
we
fair.
grew up as chickens, you're not going to be.
All right. You help him.
The
He's
gnome
very
has a
thankful. The gnome has a question. Thank you, Bobby. Sorry, Pugil.
What is the name of the fatality?
Oh, sorry. Let me check the roster here of still living or recently not living people, unalived people. That would be Therese.
Oh, Therese.
So it wasn't Tanya, the one who discovered the hole.
It was not
That's-
Tanya. No.
And
Tanya's
are we
also
getting
the
to be-
one that sort of recruited you all. Just
Oh.
the very first person you met in Vin that was like, oh yeah. Well, I mean, you knew you were going to go to this ship anyways, but she's the one that kind of first introduced.
kind of the
you.
point of contact.
But Therese
what was
was more
his
of a red shirt.
Yes. And who was Fathom? Was that you?
Are we short-handed now?
Yeah, you're getting to the point where the captain's planning on taking in more than the one original at Ioreo, which was your next stop.
Wait, I thought we were near an island that had something similar to that thing the guy did the rubbing of.
You will be headed there on your journey, but the next port of call is
The little town comes first.
Yeah.
That's probably good because we are running out of people who know how to drive this thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Know how to pull ropes and push mops.
and probably spell components and chickens.
Chickens.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll get to a little town thing.
By God, we're not out of saffron though. We got plenty of saffron.
Thanks to all of you.
We can trade some
saffron
for
chicken.
some fresh chicken.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you have a
It does
chance
sound-
for saffron harpy, but I would not recommend it.
Mm.
No, that's a waste of
That's
good
good
harpy.
saffron.
I mean, a good saffron.
Good.
It's a waste of good harpy. That's wonderful. So as you're chatting a little bit, some of the crew members are like, oh, what's next? You just hear a little bit. There is I don't want to say that they're down because actually the ship's mood overall, the crew's mood is pretty bright, even amongst the things that you faced. But there is kind of a wave of, wow, we've not encountered this much crap before. What is going on? And you hear a couple of them say, wow, I guess we better hope that the dragon's teeth go well. And that sort of stands out
Wait a
in
minute.
your mind.
I don't remember that being on the manifest when we signed up.
Dragon's
Well, I
teeth. That
suspect
sounds
it's
fun.
narrows or something.
So you have the crew member who said it, the captain, and the navigator at your disposal. Is there anybody you want to ask or
Actually,
reconfirm?
before that, I would like to just ask the captain, had they ever encountered animated hands growing out of the deck of their ship before? Because that's kind of stuck in my head a little bit. I still don't know how that happened.
The captain says no, not at all. I've never seen anything like that.
Did you feel cold or anything when it grabbed you?
Felt numb. At first, the spot itched. Well, first it hurt, and then I felt a small itch, and that's when I snapped out of the song. And by the time I snapped out of the song, it looked like the ship had claimed half of my leg. And that's when I began to fight back against the claw, but it felt numb and a little itchy at the level.
Do you feel like it was related to the harpies or just planned at the same time?
I feel like it was related to the harpies, but I suppose we have no proof of that. We've never had anything like that on this ship.
Okay.
Including other harpies that we've encountered at one other point.
Well, that's why I wondered if it was a whole different thing. If someone had planned that for when the harpies show up, then you activate the ship claws or whatever the hell they're called.
The Corncob, is this a spell? Are you familiar with it in the repertoire? Would harpies have access to this kind of magic?
I don't know of a spell that I would be familiar with that would do that. You could ask our Hellborn mage or whatever she is.
Am I familiar with that as a spell?
No. You're make an Arcana check.
Did it remind me at all of like a plant growth spell or a spike spell or anything like that? Like a overgrown? No, see, that's as close as I can get to it.
12.
12. You feel like it falls into the transmutation schools of magic, but you don't know more than that about it.
I know it's creepy. I don't care for it.
Cool. So I take a look at my boot because it was starting to show a little wood glimmer to it. Did that go away, or is there any residual?
It went away.
Okay.
Went away. The crew is they have all talked and planned to say some words and throw Therese off the side at sunrise. They all think that she would have appreciated sunrise as there was a small argument over sunset or sunrise.
You mean bury at sea, not just throw her off the side, right?
Well, I'm trying to.
One seems to be a distinct lack of decorum.
So none of you are sailors. Amongst the sailors, yeah, they have all said bury at sea. To all of you, I just want to make it clear.
Flush her out with a bilge water. We don't care.
To all of you, it seems more like this is throwing someone off the side. To them, it's fairly respectful. There's some talk about what time of day. They're saying buried at sea. I just don't want to make it seem as normal as that to all of you who have not sailed before. It feels like throwing her off the side.
Logically speaking, you can't keep a dead person on a boat. That's not sanitary.
No. They might come back.
That's true.
Well, with our luck, yeah.
Yeah. So they're handling it respectfully, and they've even
in this particular part of the ocean, it might just be chum or the dragon teeth or whatever is going to get us next.
That's an idea.
When she died, was she gripped by one of those wooden hands?
No, it was just pure harpy.
Pure harpy. Okay.
Yeah. Much smacking.
Unfortunately, literally eviscerated her.
Yeah.
Yuck.
So
swab that deck, swabbies.
Yeah, I better wrap her up first.
going to be a little more of a long-term project, but in whatever free time we have between being attacked by things on this boat, I would like to take the goggles and whatever else skill I have at my disposal and do a extremely detailed bow to stern go over of the ship and look for anything magical, anything out of place, see if there's any, hidey holes or, secret hidden storage locations. Because now I'm starting to wonder how stuff keeps finding us out on the ocean.
It is interesting, isn't it?
It's a fair question.
So when you say extremely detailed, I think I understand what that means. It definitely means over the side, off of ropes, looking around. What about below waterline? How do you plan on looking at that?
Well, I can't really get to the outside of the ship, but certainly
I
down
can.
through the hold.
Okay.
I can. I don't
Yeah,
know if I
that's
can
a
use
You
your
can help with
goggles,
that
though.
endeavor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's entirely up to Kay.
I can certainly loan you guys the goggles if you want to take a look from the outside.
Can
Yeah.
we do that?
Don't we have to attune to them or something?
Yeah, but that's an hour of your time.
We're resting now, so
Yeah. Well, this is as Kay said, it's not an immediate thing. It's going to take a while, and it won't be
Mhm.
like this session that you'll go over the whole
Okay.
ship. I'll give you.
let's put that on the agenda.
Yeah.
Either Lizard Man or myself, we can
Do the outer
put on the goggles and check around, I guess.
outer below waterline, and everything else Kay will thoroughly examine from bowsprit to stern.
I'd like
Yeah,
to.
I am expecting this to be an effort that will take, hours, if not days, to go through the whole ship.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'd
some
like to
kind of
inquire-
malevolent barnacles on the hull.
Well, the captain said they'd scrape the all pretty clean.
Yeah, and they just
Yeah,
careened
but
the
they maybe
ship
came
and
back.
did a little.
Maybe you
extra.
missed one.
Fathom, what is it you'd like to do?
find out what these dragon teeth are.
Oh, who are you gonna
I
ask?
assume it's some kind of shallows or dangerous sea terrain.
Who is your preferred asking person?
Navigator.
Well, that seems like a navigator question. We can also
Okay.
check on how he's feeling.
I mean, you are.
He got the inspiring bard song of healing, but I doubt he's fully fixed up.
Right. I'm gonna pull you back here with the navigator as you're going about your business, and pull him out. And he says, "Oh yes, the dragon teeth. Yes. Well, they're just a natural feature as we approach the other continent. We have to pass a gap between the continents, and at the northern end, it's quite stormy and quite rocky, and they call it the dragon teeth. It's both. The stone itself is a little bit whitened, and of course, the local wildlife, birds and things have helped to whiten it up a little more. So it's called dragon teeth as it sticks out from under, and it's a little curved around the island. And sometimes, always, if there's a storm, it sort of pulls the ships in that direction towards them. There's a lot of dashed ships on those teeth. Rocks. They're just rocks. We've even sent a longboat out in quiet times, and just looked at them to maybe pick up the odds and ends that another ship have dropped. And there's nothing more than teeth there, but it can be quite dangerous during a storm, and that's all it is. But we've been unfortunate so far, so some of the crew have mentioned some concern about going there.
But we have our friend who can help with weather situations.
Yes, so we
that
should
probably
be
help, right?
safer than usual.
Are
Did
we
you
all there
forget we're on the
listening to
boat?
this conversation?
I mean, you could be. I don't think Fathom made note that she was.
Yeah, I'm not making a
I'd
secret
like
of this.
I'd like to know if there's anything that lives on top of those jutting out spires.
Oh, yeah, some wildlife of different sorts, of course. But
More harpies?
well,
I mean, it sounds like a harpy place to me.
yeah, there are some harpies there. Yes, occasionally the boats have been accosted as they go through the area, but that's usually farther to the east side of the teeth, and we are not trying to go that direction. We'll be on the west side and should be fairly safe from that, assuming that no storms come along.
Are we hitting a port before we go around this dragon teeth?
No, our port is after them by a good half day, maybe a full day if the winds are against us.
Hey, maybe there's
How
puffins. If you like chicken, you'll love puffins.
It's 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 a tropical area, but there are some tasty land birds.
Hmm.
And we sometimes put aside after the teeth, before we get to port, to hunt some of the boar or wild
Oh,
pigs.
so there's flat land around these spires as well.
After you pass them, yes, it's jungle and a little dense. We'll send the ships ashore. There's good fresh water and good hunting.
Well, it sounds like a wonderful place to visit.
Oh, and crabs. Oh, large crabs. Incredible.
Yeah, okay.
Crabs are good.
Crabs.
Crab
Eating.
boil.
Yeah,
Good
Basic.
eating.
Yeah, until they're really big and you have to fight them.
Yeah,
As I
But
recall,
they're
that
still
crab
good.
was tasty too.
that's
Crab
right.
is
Yeah,
They're
tasty
still
too.
good.
Right.
You fed everybody.
Cool. Let's
Yeah.
go.
How worth it is it stopping at these dragon teeth for the wreckage and whatnot?
Oh, it's depends on if we're behind schedule. Amazingly, we're not really getting through the storm. Pugh was very helpful, and so we are just a little bit behind, but not actually behind. So I'm sure if you were interested, you could convince the captain to stop. But we pull a crate of supplies in, usually nothing of much value, but sometimes worth a day.
Well, we could try to drink all the fresh water, and then that way we'd have to get more fresh water.
Oh, trying to force it. You're sneaky, but
No, that's jungle. They sometimes go to the rocks to pick up the flotsam and jetsam from the ships that don't make it. And you're so very
know.
water adept that you probably don't even need the longboat. You can just kind of scooch over there and
Yeah.
grab some stuff.
We got two of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go as a team.
yeah. I'm
I can't walk
a
on
pretty
water,
decent,
but I can.
pretty decent
I can go
cleric,
under.
and you want me walking around on the water picking through someone else's garbage? Sure, that's a good use of my abilities, but that's fine.
So,
I can walk on water apparently.
you've rested, you understand what the dragon teeth are, and you've had a little bit of conversation about the harpies. And as you do, suddenly someone from the deck shouts at you
Roll initiative.
to the bow. And on the bow of the ship, there is a figure that is clearly not actually there. That's the wrong camera. That is not actually there. Just sort of appears,
Oh,
looks at you sort of expectantly. But let me give it a little bit of time. Anybody
Is that
do?
that lady that we talked to?
Ooh, look at that. Pan in.
Is that the lady that
good-
you? That is not the
good
lady
paint
that you
job.
talked to.
It's not the lady.
it's a wonderful miniature.
Yeah. Nice paint job.
But it's
Let's
right
hope we
now.
got
It's just
room.
some shimmery
It's a bit-
forest dryad or
Yeah,
something.
it's like a shimmery forest dryad sort of apparition on the bow of the
Huh.
ship.
A little bit out of place, I would say.
I would say super out of place.
maybe we should try to
Shoot
communicate
it.
with.
Such things are out of my realm of experience.
will-
I think maybe the bard might know about this.
Yeah, I will greet her in Sylvan.
Oh, Sylvan. Okay.
I think we're seeing the bard's fantasies. He's the nature boy.
That's
That's all right.
I like a
This should
nature
be
girl.
entertaining to watch the dialogue unfold.
Hey, nature
Does she
girl, you're
speak
awful
Sylvan?
tall over there.
Get a room.
Can we call her Raquel?
I like your vines. I like your foliage.
I like it. Just the sounds of nature sort of fill your
Just
ears.
creepy. So creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Mushroom Guy, tell us how creepy it is.
Hey, if you remember, I wasn't here for that episode. You guys controlled what Abraham did.
And we'll never tell.
So Pugil, how do you want to handle it?
Ahoy, fair maiden.
And you speak in Sylvan.
In Sylvan, yes.
So she turns immediately to you. Sorry, my big hand. And I assume you approach a little bit. You're not going to be able to see.
I do, and I'm very respectful.
Okay.
I mean,
And she says, "You speak my language."
yes, lucky for me.
God.
Then
Whatever.
then you can lend aid.
Oh, are you in need of assistance? Assistance is one of the things I do best.
Yes, I am in need of assistance.
What would the kids be called? Nilfs?
We'll play yakety sax for the wedding march.
I thought that was a funeral dirge.
It's
I am in need of assistance.
It's a multi-use piece of work.
okay. Now we're not inside of any land.
You're definitely not. You're on the open sea. It is quite
And-
open.
And the foliage that she's clad in is not seaweed, or she doesn't appear to be aquatic, does she?
Not at all. That appears to be almost like very tropical looking foliage.
There you go.
Is she present, or is this a projection, or can I tell?
Ooh, make an Arcana check. Or nature. No, it's an Arcana check.
Well, we can see through her, right?
You
Didn't
can see
say
through her.
she's shimmering?
Yeah, she's shimmering.
Good grief! All I've rolled is fives all night long.
Oh my
And
god.
all I've rolled is 20s.
What?
It's the law of how it goes.
Like 5, 5, 5, 5. For the love of Pete.
So you
All
can
right.
see through her. You're going to have to, your Pugil will jump to their own conclusions.
Okay, I'm going to ask her. I'll just ask her straight up. Is this are you present, or are you projecting yourself here to seek aid?
I'm not here. I was
Okay.
looking for the nearest that could help out to sea. And I'm afraid the only thing I have any kind of harmony with is wood, even dead and abused and shaped such as this ship is.
Yes, I feel your pain. I'll summon the captain. Say, if you would kindly give us your attention.
The captain comes over. I'm just going to stand her in the
The-
foreground.
Okay, and I will relay to the captain this person's request for assistance. She's asking for aid, apparently from some nearby land. This appears to be a projection, and she needs help. You're in command. What do you think we should do?
And you speak her language. Find out where, what land.
Okay. Where and what distance and how far away is the land that our aid is required?
The north side of the landmass near this ship. You head towards it
Uh,
now.
I'll tell the captain. The landmass that we are pointed towards on the north side, she says.
Yes, okay. That would be near the dragon's teeth.
What's the nature of the assistance?
Yeah. What do you want us to do? What kind of aid do you require? You don't need human blood, or better yet, elven blood, do you?
We can only hope.
By the way,
I don't really say
Abran
that. That was just a joke.
Abran speaks Sylvan as well and can understand this entire
you can overhear it.
conversation.
So you're like sort of
Yeah.
eavesdropping. You're like
Yes.
limb dropping, I guess.
Yeah, I'm limb dropping.
Okay. Then you hear everything that's being said. And so she says, I must go, but before I do, we've stood guard over ruins for a century or more, and now it's being overrun.
By
Someone's
what?
help.
Is it what is it being overrun by, one? And number two, what's a landmark that we can use to connect with you when we reach the north part of the...
You can see her start to fade out. She says, being overrun by creatures of great malevolence.
God damn it. For the love of Pete.
Perfect time.
Every time.
Very good.
Heralded by bells of doom.
I didn't know we could bring our own sound effects.
Every show that he's ever on, does that alarm go off? Every one.
Yeah, it's my aggravate Abran alarm.
And as for
They're
guard,
coming for you, Ebenezer Scrooge. They're coming for you.
the great tree that lives on the rock. You'll know it
Cool.
by there. And she just sort of disappears after
But
that.
she doesn't answer my question as to what's attacking.
She
She
said
does not.
malevolent thing.
A
Yeah,
malevolent
she
thing.
said malevolent, great malevolent creatures. And she just sort of
A little bit.
thumps out.
Now, to be able to project yourself
Side quest.
this far out to sea would require quite a bit of magical power, I would assume.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, a reasonable amount. I mean, at your level, you've heard of people being able to transfer themselves through trees from one location to another, or pretty close to being able to do those sorts of things. This would be a similar level of power as all of you are.
Okay. Well, maybe she's got a lot of loot that she'd be willing to reward her rescuers with.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But that is where we end tonight.
Or maybe a lot of flotsam and jetsam.
Oh.
That's it for the evening.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
So,
man.
Man.
Just when it was
Man,
getting
what?
good.
April
Oh,
Fools.
man.
Turn it back on.
No, look, I had a possible April Fool's story that I wrote that I wasn't super happy with, and it involved, I will say only this much, it involved this outhouse.
Yeah, it's probably good we didn't do it then.
Yeah, it's probably good that we didn't do it. But
Would have been banned.
I don't see how that could have gone wrong.
No, not me, boy. Not with Abran in the party.
So yeah, thank you for playing. I'm gonna say, oh, and hello, Reaper John. Hello. So soon? Yeah, so soon. It is so soon. I mean, I'm trying to like realistically. Yeah, exactly. Reaper, man, see, where were you all my life? Kay's Journal. There's the link we talked about at the beginning of the show, which we will talk about at the end of the show. And to do that, first I'll say thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for enjoying this show. I'm going to plug Reaper Miniatures because they're allowing me to like DM on their channel. And for that, I'm going to say they have a Kickstarter going. Go look at their Kickstarter. If you like miniatures, this is kind of like the place to get them. I know there are other
Yeah,
places.
there's
but
at least a half dozen miniatures over there right now on the Kickstarter.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they are like so super reasonable. It's unbelievable. It's like pennies on the dollar kind of stuff for what normal retail kind of miniatures are. And in fact, this great big old ship that we're looking at happens to be from their last Kickstarter. So I'm going to
Bet
say
you can't
that.
get one.
Thank you to
But-
Sirenscape for the background and ambient music. And then I'm going to let everybody plug what they want before I do a final wrap up in the end of this. And I will be traditional. I'll start with Bobby in the upper left section. Bobby?
Thanks, Frank. Nightheart rules. That was a fun episode. I don't have anything particular to shill except for the Reaper Kickstarter. Get over there and spend lots of money, and hopefully a little bit of that will filter its way down to me.
Oh, is that how it works?
Very
I
little.
didn't realize.
Oh my God.
I thought we were just doing it for the exposure.
Yeah.
No, we're doing it for the dough. We're doing it for the cash.
Yeah.
All right.
Your Camaro will be in Hot Wheel form.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
Well, it's a Yanko.
Gene.
Well, I had a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Frank, and all the people that watched and all the people that helped put this on. As always, I had a great time. I don't have anything to pub either. Like everybody else has said, go check out the Kickstarter. There's a lot of fun stuff there, and I can't wait to get back to it. The intrigue is just building on this, so hopefully we can
We have
go
to
help
wait
this
2 weeks.
Faye out. I know, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Gosh.
Oh.
I love it. Oh, yes, that is a
We
great
lose Weeby?
plug. Jason, you can see Jason's plug. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's cropped there, and I apologize.
Yeah.
But I don't have
Oh,
a
it's
way to
my
fix it.
fault. I don't know
but-
if I can fix it.
But Jason,
That's the only thing I want to plug. I want to say thank you for everybody for another wonderful evening playing Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks to all the support crew, John, Frank, and whoever's around, whoever painted the miniatures, my fellow artists that are playing. It's always wonderful. I put up just a little blurb here about our Reaper Ukrainian Relief miniature, and it's still for sale. And $750, I believe, from each of these sales goes into the UNICEF Children's Fund for Ukrainian Relief. So it's a good cause in my estimation. So head over there and do it.
thank you, Jason.
Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you. Michael.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that were watching tonight. Great show. Great. Got to kill some more harpies. Got to roll for initiative. So that makes Abran happy. And what I like to pub is Crow's Nest. Again, it's going to be hopefully back on the air on Tuesday. We're going to be doing the show together. First time Jason and I will be doing the show together in one spot in live in Spokane.
Co-located from Washington.
co-
One time only.
co-located from
Limited
one
access
time.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a special show. So with that special show, we're going to have Gene Van Horn on with us. Since it is such a special show, we wouldn't have Bobby on because it was so special.
No.
We have to have Gene
No.
on still.
You just had
No.
Bobby on.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
had
Well,
Bobby
we
on.
postponed Gene
Yeah.
last time when we were too busy with Kickstarter. So
Yeah,
But they had me on during a mundane show. It was a very mundane, ordinary, run-of-the-mill show. Not special
Well,
in
we
any
had-
way.
yeah, well, we
It was more-
usually take our clues from the guests. You know, we don't want to.
Bobby, we call that check the box show. You know, we just had to get through it.
I'm following you. You got certain obligations.
Wow.
So thanks John and Justin and the Reaper folks and Frank, thank you, and Sid Sirenscape for the phenomenal seagulls. Yep, and
The screams of anguish.
I'm done.
All right. Thank you. Rhonda.
Well, I'm also going to say thank you. And thank you to all of you who came to watch, even though this show did not have any Kickstarter previews or hype or anything Kickstarter related, other than we've all been in past ones or made the things that were in past ones. I will, so I have a show on the Reaper channel on Monday afternoons, and I will probably work on Kobzar again. And I'm trying to figure out if I can find some way to have him contribute even more to the cause. But I
Oh,
want to
that'd
try
be
to finish
great.
painting him.
Okay.
But maybe I'll also have a few Kickstarter things to show, like not a ton of new stuff or whatever, but I have a few of the things. So.
Thank you, Rhonda. Jen.
Thank you, everyone, as usual. Had a great time, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in 2 weeks.
Thank you. And I will both say, yeah, well, I mean, okay. I won't.
Go read Kay's journal. Go read.
I was going to
Kay's
say,
journal.
yeah, there's Bird with a Brush and Kay's journal and stuff that we gotta make sure you get in there. Yeah, and both the links you saw John posted, so you should check that out. I'm gonna say, yeah, thank you. So I want to say thank you. I will, I guess, I will, since we didn't have any previews. We got one. I guess I will say this little guy.
Oh,
This little guy is.
were they on the ship the whole time?
One of the goblins
How will
from.
you say that?
That's a Bone 6 preview right there. So yeah, there's
It
one
is.
Bone 6 item I fulfilled.
Who painted him?
Sidwee painted him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Proper
Good
color.
job. Good job, Sidney.
Very nice.
Just well, so
It's
that
a-
is actually Reaper's goblin color, like
Yeah,
written on
that's
that.
what I meant. It's a proper color.
Yeah.
It's
Is that our
appropriate. Yes.
goblin cook
no.
geared up?
The goblin.
Inaccurate.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe when they're on when they're out of the kitchen and out hunting for pork belly.
Inaccurate coloring.
Yeah, he was a mighty warrior till he took an arrow to the knee.
Frankie Dog is pointing out that in 2 weeks it'll be Good Friday. Will that interfere with us? being here?
I don't think so. It won't interfere with
No.
me. Does anybody else have plans? Well, we can talk about that off there. I don't think so.
I'll
We
be
don't-
okay on that during that time slot.
Cranky Dog, as near as I know, that is going to be normal operations for the Friday that we play.
Bobby, will you be okay, Bobby?
Yeah. Everything will have been taken care of by the evening.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I'm also going to say yes. Thank you to Sirenscape. Thank you to well, I already said that, but John. Let's see, what else am I going to say? Oh, Nightheart Gaming is who I usually DM for. My name is Frank. Tomorrow we have our Dungeons and Dramaturgy season premiere for the fall on Nightheart Gaming's channel on Twitch. And I'm using an entirely modular D&D system for that, D&D 5th edition. So if you're interested in seeing what the same way you might deconstruct a sandwich, but it still tastes like a sandwich at a restaurant.
Yeah, that
which
sounds
is my
great. Very
favorite thing to do.
interesting.
It is a deconstructed D&D rules, so we'll see how that goes.
Seems like a lot of work.
I put a lot of work into it. I think it's going to be easy to play, though, to be fair.
Is it also postmodernist? Just curious.
It is what I call magic punk. It's like future, as though things have progressed a lot, and you would, if you take the real world we're in now and try to do things with magic in them, so like elevators, you could use Tinster's floating disk and anti-gravity, so you have a magical reason to have something like an elevator, so it exists. So if you can do it with magic, it happens in the world, but they don't bother learning like complex steel or engineering because, why bother when you can just magic it up, right? So
Makes
yeah,
sense.
that's the kind of world it is. Big mega cities and stuff like that.
Ooh.
So let's see. There's that, and I know Reaper John is out there. John, I don't have controls to raid. I'm not on that channel.
I got you.
Oh,
I got you. Don't worry.
Oh,
I hear
oh
Justin.
my God. Disembodied
Yes.
voice of
Justin
Good
Justin.
thing we didn't
John
start
in the
talking
same
about
show?
Justin.
I will pass it
Holy
off
shit.
to Justin then.
Oh.
We're going to be raiding Holly Monster.
Woo!
Ah.
So,
All right. Any
Look at
last
that.
words before
Justin.
this raid timer ticks down from you, Justin?
no, just go pledge to Bone 6, and I would say look forward to, during our daily shows, interviews with the artists. They just have to not be super swamped. So I would expect to see them pop in at random.
Nice.
Especially that Weeby
First
guy.
we've heard of it.
Not any of these artists. You're talking about
Yeah,
the
not
younger
any of these
artists.
guys. No.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you folks very much. Have a great rest of your night, and don't forget to watch the Kickstarter over the weekend. So
Please do.
and we'll see you guys Monday.
It's exciting TV, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Bye.
All right. See you guys later. Wave, everybody.